Do you think more security is required for politicians?
I believe that when there are credible threats, if the police believe there should be more protections in place, then I don't see why they shouldn't get more protections.
Certainly in the current environment, yeah, that makes sense. Uh, Obviously, putting up more security doesn't deal with the root causes, and dealing with the root causes, that things like this get going and seem to lose control, and then kind of crash and burn at the end anyway. Um, that's what has to ultimately be done, is somehow have people feel better about what our government's doing and the like.
People are very emotional about everything that's been going on, and that emotion bubbles up and can turn into aggression, um, and that's not safe for anybody.
I hate to go there to those kind of solutions without backing up and seeing, what's the root of the problems. Sure, yeah, throw more security at them. Just that's terrible. Like they need to feel secure, but it's a much bigger issue.
It's a different environment now, so they need to feel safe going out in public settings as well, and not feel that they're threatened or at risk.
I definitely do. I think the whole world is divided now. It's more polarized than it's ever been. And absolutely, I think there's always three sides to the story. There's your side, my side, and somewhere there are the facts. And I think people just have to take it a little bit down a few levels, but absolutely, yep.
I think, past and present and future, I think politicians are always going to be at risk for ridicule and aggression. So it's not really that new. We're probably going to start seeing it more because the public is generally outraged over a lot of, societal issues that are happening right now. And because the lack there of control, the people we are going to take it out on the politicians because they are the ones who have at least a little bit of control. I don't know if, what type of protection that might entail, but, maybe if things start to shift in favor of the general public, maybe that's the answer to, slowing down aggression.
When there's threats, yes, I would be for to have more security around them because there's a threat, there's something, modifying why they should have more security around them. But if it's like going on regular let's say representation, I think they do have enough security right now as it is. But if there's more threat, yes, we should protect them.
Oh, that's a tough one. I mean, when you're in that kind of a position, you're a target in a lot of cases, especially when you're out in the public. I don't know if it's feasible to increase the security. Probably wouldn't be a bad idea in more situations to have increased security.
Honestly, no. I don't think that's a good use of tax dollars when other areas could require it more. I think people get into lines of work knowing the potential risk factors, and that kind of their actions bring out certain types of people.
I think so. I mean, if we want to have good people running for office, there has to be better protection for them. Otherwise, we're not going to have those strong candidates. We're going to have just anybody, entering politics. So I think to give it more respect and to get better candidates, I think we're going to have to step it up and make them feel a little more safe. Because, I mean, let's face it, there's a lot more hate and negativity in the world today than there was, say, 4 or 5 years ago. So things are going in that direction, unfortunately. But
I honestly hadn't considered that. I hadn't noticed it myself. I consider Canada quite a safe country. I'm well-traveled and I'm aware of other cultures, and I think we're extremely fortunate to be living in Canada. And I suppose if the politician himself felt that he was vulnerable, that he could certainly ask and be given extra security.
It's a very good question. I think that it's important to be paying attention to what is happening in terms of issues around security and acting to it. I mean, if one looks to the States, one recognizes that the Capitol Police don't have all of the resources to look after all of the politicians. I'm assuming that it's to some degree the same here. And so I do believe in trying to ensure that politicians feel safe, because democracy is absolutely based upon people running and wanting to be involved in politics. And where would we be without people prepared to take that risk? We should make sure that they feel safe and are safe.
Yes. I believe it's the nature of the world right now that many people, including people in politics, and because of their point of view, are going to be targeted. I, coming from a mental health background where I worked, I think a lot of the problems come from the fact that we have a lot of people with mental health issues that we're not dealing with. So I think that's a lot of the source of the problems, as well as different opinions and people let it get out of hand.